We have a clan versus clan tournament. I am not partaking in the upcoming fusion. I have 50 million of silver and my face is now naked. I figured all things combined, this would be the perfect chance to hop in and waste some of my resources on the artifact enhancement event for some very mediocre rewards, all things considered. The reason, of course, being my Ramontu mission currently is to earn all milestone rewards in a single event to get myself a grand old ancient shard. So we're going to try and complete this artifact enhancement event. I'm going to be going ahead and doing the first and probably main course here, which is also going to be the thumbnail, and that is, of course, cleansing my perception gear. I have a lot of it to go through, so we're going to do that today. I have some very juicy pieces in here that I hope roll well. One of them, of course, being this. I'm essentially just hoping that it dodges resistance, but of course, it doesn't for some reason or another. Let's go ahead and take it 16, see if we can get a triple roll. At least we don't. This piece turned out to be a massive disappointment. Oh well, on to the next piece. We're going to go ahead and roll this. We do have a 6 roll on speed on here, which is quite nice. Let's see where we can take it. Rolls absolutely terribly. Those split stats are not interesting me at all. We have another okay piece here if we get some accuracy and speed on it. Of course we don't. Attack and resistance, not really going to be all that interesting. We'll go ahead and sell it. Crit rate, HP, crit damage, and of course speed. We get a double on the speed. We don't get a triple. However, we do have crit rate, crit damage, and speed on that piece, so I will probably end up keeping it. We do have a couple of weapons down here to hit as well. This particular one basically has to... even a double into speed there isn't really going to be good enough, I wouldn't say, so we're going to go ahead and sell it. I should probably move myself too. So let's do that real quick. Move myself over to here. There you go. Now you can see the pieces a little bit better. Even though I was full screening them and putting them in the middle, I know people like to. That's a good piece, actually. Speed and double accuracy is very keepable in this particular set. We have another potentially very good piece here if it rolls accuracy or speed. And it rolls into both of those stats. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and take it up to 6 stars. We do get crit damage on there, but realistically, that's a double roll into speed and a double roll into accuracy, essentially, plus a little bit of crit damage, so I will definitely keep that. We're going to scroll down here. The next shield that we have to upgrade is going to be right here, essentially, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll get it up to plus 12. We get a 1, 1, and 1. Not really interested in keeping that, to be honest. Let's go ahead and roll this as well, straight to 12. Low roll on this one, so it's going to have to basically triple, which it doesn't, which is unfortunate because that could have been a decent piece. Let's see, we got nothing else there. Let's go ahead and start cleansing some of our gauntlets. Even if this doubles into speed, I don't think it's going to be good enough to keep. It does double into it. It's a 6-star epic. I don't think it's good enough, though. If we had a triple, I would re-roll it and see if we could rework it into a decent piece, but it's not a triple, so I'm probably just going to go ahead and sell it. Let's go ahead and absolutely waste our silver on that piece. That's fantastic. Thank you very much. On to the next one. We got speed on this, of course, and it doesn't roll into it. Fantastic. You'll notice that a lot of these pieces are of 6-star rarity. Okay, this is actually a decent piece. I will end up keeping this, I think, just since it doubled into speed. So yeah, basically I do use the artifact cleansing system that I showed in one of my other videos there. So essentially any gear that actually makes it past those filters is going to be 6 stars with speed on it. So that is pretty fantastic. There's some pieces like this that would generally be a sell, but we do try to keep them just for the speed purposes. Again, defense percentage, flat defense, and speed on there. I think that is going to be a keep. I could definitely use that on like a PvE tank or something like that. This is going to be a sell, though, unfortunately. I'm not really interested in having resistance all that much on my perception pieces. It could debatably be useful for somebody like, you know, maybe a Mithrala or something like that. This is actually a decent piece. Ideally, would like to see something besides resistance here. Again, we could get some use out of it for a Mithrala, so we'll go ahead and keep that. We got speed boots here that we're going to roll to 8. These are 6-star speed boots as well, so we do have a double. Let's go ahead and ascend them. We hit defense flat stat on them. That is not optimal. Do we have any other speed boots? We do have a couple. Let's go ahead and ascend these as well, just to give you guys that little bit of dopamine that goes with it. We do get speed on them, which is sensational, so we're going to go ahead and take these up to 12. We get flat HP on them, and we are going to ascend them to 6, just because I do desperately need some additional speed boots on my account. So that is pretty much the perception gear that's cleansed so far. Very disappointed about this piece, honestly. This is like borderline just a sell, but it is what it is. Since we need artifact enhancement points, I am going to take this one to 16 as well. Maybe get another roll on attack, which would... Okay, speed. You know what? I can make do with that. That's not a bad piece. We have some other gear here. So this is resistance and accuracy. I don't need this. This is going to be HP, speed, and resistance. I can probably keep that. Decent piece. Very decent piece there, actually. Don't need this one, though, so we'll go ahead and sell that. That one's alright. That one's decent. This one's actually very nice. The thing to keep in mind with these, though, of course, is if they're sitting in my artifact stash like this, they're probably not that good, because if they were, they'd be on a champion, right? Or at the very least, it does mean that I do have a better piece available. So we're going to go ahead and rework this one, because we do have the triple there on resistance, and I'd rather that be a triple on speed. We get attack, we get speed, and we get resistance again in that slot. That's not the best. I will keep this just because triple roll resistance could be useful again on like a Mithrala-esque champion or something like that, right? So we'll see what we can make happen there. This is a double on speed with a flat stat, unfortunately, so I will get rid of that. This one's not all that good, to be honest, so we'll go ahead and sell it. I have so many pieces in here, I really need to go through and do an in-depth cleanse at some point, but for today, I'm mainly just going to be focused on rolling some gear. So let's go ahead and filter by just new here and see what other kinds of juicy pieces we got. So we got an HP main stat here, which rolls terribly, so that is awesome. We're going to go ahead and sell that. Crit rate with attack and accuracy on it. Ooh, popped my neck there a little bit. This is a 1-1-1. I'm probably going to keep it, in all honesty. We got a flat attack here. I was going to see if this one rolled a triple or something like that, but it doesn't. Let's go ahead and test the same thing on this. No. Because realistically, I would be okay using my Chaos Ore on the protection set, but all of those are just absolute trash pieces, so we'll go ahead and do that. Let's do this here. Even if this doesn't roll well, so it's defense, we got HP, and resistance. That's honestly kind of swanky. You know what? We'll take that to 16, and we'll... Ooh, a double HP as well. So this could be very, very good. And we get a defense percentage on it. This is a very decent boot, actually. This is decent, because we got flat HP to help make it more tanky. We got HP, we got a bit of accuracy, so if it's going to be a debuffer or something like that, right? We got a mythic roll on the speed here on this piece. Oh, that's not the best. We do get a triple on crit damage, HP, accuracy. I could see this being useful for somebody like maybe a Samson or something like that, because I do actually have him now, so putting a piece like this on a champion like him wouldn't be a bad way to go, so I will keep it. This is a 5-star piece. I am going to go ahead and sell that. We got some supersonic set to go through here. Both of these are going to be a sell, unfortunately. I don't generally cleanse my supersonic when I get them from the City of Centranos, so basically any sort of junk makes it through to my stash, but we'll go ahead and roll this to 12, see what happens here with the mythic roll. We get kind of a 1-1-1, but it's all really good rolls for, like, yeah, doubling the speed there. We got a lot of attack, crit rate, and accuracy. I'm definitely going to keep that piece. That one could be useful. Even the 5-star supersonic is going to be worth rolling, in my opinion, just because you can use this in so many areas. So even lower end, like, you know, tag team arena and stuff like that, you can get some use out of it. Those are all going to be sells, though. So are those gauntlets, actually. So we do have accuracy with a speed substat here, as well as crit rate, crit damage, and HP. We do get speed and crit damage. Let's roll it to 12. I'm going to see if we can triple this, honestly. Double there with accuracy on the main stat. Would this be useful for anyone? Probably not, so I'm going to see if we can rework it and get maybe like an attack percent on the main. We get resistance, HP, and speed. That is about as bad as it can possibly get, so that's going to be a sell. We have speed and crit rate. We have crit damage, HP, accuracy, and resistance here. It does roll into pretty much exactly what I would want to see, honestly, so I will be keeping that piece. Could be good again for like some sort of an HP nuker or something like that. Nothing too crazy, of course. I don't have much speed gear left, so we're going to go ahead and roll up what little I do have. I cleanse the speed gear. Potential quad? Maybe? Maybe? Ooh, okay. So we just got a quad roll on resistance with speed, accuracy, and crit damage. The question is, do I re-roll this with my Chaos Ore? I'll tell you what, I'll leave that choice to the comments. Go ahead and let me know if you'd re-roll this piece or not. And depending on that decision, if we choose to re-roll it, I will then put the results up on my channel as a post for the members to check out. So if you're a member of the channel, you can see how this turned out. But definitely make sure you comment down below and see, or let me know if you'd re-roll this particular piece. I don't know if I would, honestly. I could get use out of this in PvE for sure. I could get it maybe in some Hydra builds, something like that. So let me know what your thoughts are, what you'd think of this piece. Maybe you'd just flat out sell it. I'm not sure. But curious what everyone's thoughts on that are. We have some speed here. We got a triple into flat attack. Let's see what we get on the Ascension. It's a 6-star speed boot from speed set. Honestly, I think that's probably good enough to warrant keeping it. Because you can see how many 6-star speed boots I have, right? And I have even less that are ascended with speed. So we get flat speed there again. It is nice now because if we do get those speed boots that have like good substats, we can obviously use the dust to rework them until we get a desirable ascension on it, which is quite nice, versus like previously it was basically just, you know, you needed so many 6-star speed boots to actually try and get where you needed to go. And I imagine there was probably quite a lot of gear sold as well. This is a very good piece, by the way, so we're going to go ahead and roll this to 16 because I can definitely get some use out of this on some champions. Yeah, look at that. That's very nice indeed. Triple on accuracy here. This is a good time to go ahead and re-roll this piece. I think it has already been reworked. You know what, we're going to sell it because it has no speed on it, and a triple on accuracy with no speed is kind of redundant. We got crit rate and attack on a crit damage piece, so let's go ahead and take it to 16 and see what we get. We get defense. That's probably going to be a sell. That being said, though, I don't have many crit damage pieces, so I can probably still get a bonus from it. This could be a very nice piece here as well. Crit damage, crit rate. Oh, that hurts. That hurts a lot. We got attack, crit rate, and speed here. Let's see what we get. We do get some decent rolls. Let's see where we're at in terms of the artifact enhancement. We have actually completed it, so that's all the silver I need to spend. I won't edge you guys on this one though. I will go ahead and roll this and see if we. Oh my goodness, that's a 1, 1, and 1. That is terrible. I'm going to go ahead and sell that. And there we go. Those are the results. So we spent about 14 million silver to get ourselves up. Make sure you guys go ahead and drop a like as well as a subscription to the channel if you've been enjoying the content. The support is absolutely fantastic. I thank each and every one of you so much for that. Make sure there's a Discord link down in the description as well. Join that if you want to stay up to date with more of the content and have some discussions in the Discord and everything like that. I'll see you guys there.